Okay, so the Hamptons are calling again, but this year it sounds a lot less like a party and, well, a lot more like an all-out war. We're going to break down the absolutely wild new season of Bravo's Summer House, where it looks like friendships, relationships, and maybe even a few walls are about to get completely wrecked.
And if you think I'm exaggerating, just let this quote sink in for a second. This is from one of the brand new guys, West Wilson. Blood on his pants. I mean, how on earth does a weekend in the Hamptons get there? All right, let's just dive right into the heart of the matter, shall we? We're talking about a huge physical fight between two guys who have been the core of this show forever, Carl Radke and Kyle Cooke.
So where does it start? It kicks off with an argument that honestly feels like it's been simmering for years. We're talking a screaming match just packed with F-bombs, and it gets nasty, fast.
But you just knew it wasn't going to end with words, right? The fight spills outside the house, and in what feels like a split second, it goes from yelling to full-on physical.
The whole scene is just pure chaos. The cameras catch Carl literally being held back by another housemate, and you can just see it, he is seeing red.
And to really give you a feel for how out of control this got, you can actually hear the new guy, West, in the background, yelling for them to just let Carl go. I mean, he's basically screaming, "Let them fight." It's insane.
So you see all of that, and your first thought is, okay, well, that friendship is completely over, right? I mean, it has to be. But this is Kyle and Carl, and with them, the normal rules just do not apply. This is where it gets really wild. Carl says, point blank, this was the biggest fight they've ever had in their lives. And then in the same breath, he says it brought them closer together? I'm sorry, what? How does that even compute?
You know what? Maybe this quote from Carl explains everything we need to know. He's not even joking here. For these guys, a knockdown, drag-out fight isn't the end of a friendship. It's just how they bond, I guess. It's their own bizarre, chaotic language. But look, a fight this big doesn't just happen in a vacuum. It was really a symptom of something much bigger. The whole house this season felt like it was simmering with pressure, just waiting for something to set it off. And Kyle himself knew he was about to blow. He straight up admits he was a pressure cooker, and let's be real, a huge part of that pressure was watching his marriage slowly fall apart. I mean, we've watched their entire relationship play out on TV, but what's crazy is that this summer was filmed just a few months before they officially announced they were separating. And knowing that now, man, you can just feel that heavy, unspoken tension in every single scene. But it wasn't just Kyle and Amanda's relationship that was cracking. This season, it feels like the entire foundation of Summer House itself is shifting. The show that we've known for years, it's changing, big time. So first, and this is a massive shock to the system for any fan, Paige DeSorbo is gone. She's been a cornerstone of this show for years, and her leaving creates this huge hole and totally changes the group dynamic. So how do you possibly fill a void that big? Well, they didn't just bring in one new person or two, they brought in an unbelievable 6 new housemates. And let me tell you, this is not a quiet bunch. We've got a real estate broker, a former pro skateboarder, a content creator, an event planner, and even a guy from the Australian Bachelor. It is a massive injection of new and probably very chaotic energy.
So you take all these changes, the fights, the breakups, all the new people, and you can just feel this vibe in the air. Carl said it perfectly. It felt like this might be the last time, the end of an era for the original crew. The stakes feel incredibly personal this year.
All right, so after all of that, I know exactly what you're thinking. When can I watch this beautiful disaster with my own eyes? Don't worry, I got you. Let's get right to it.
Go ahead and mark your calendars. The big Season 10 premiere is happening on Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. It'll be on at 8 p.m. Eastern, right on Bravo. And if you can't catch it live, no problem. It'll be streaming the very next day on Peacock.
So yeah, get ready to make Tuesday nights your new ritual. New episodes will be dropping every single week at 8 p.m. Eastern. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss a single second. Which really leaves us with the one giant question that hangs over this entire season. With friendships breaking, relationships ending, and a house completely turned upside down with new faces, are we watching the end? Is this really the last ride for the Summer House OGs? Well, there's only one way to find out.